Yo, I don't know. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
it's Wednesday. Wednesday. And we got that sweet theme song from a very talented young man. And a good looking kid, too. Anyway, good. Welcome. Hey, it's Wednesday.
We're starting!
Yes, sirree, we are starting. Hey, this is show 18. Number 18.
Lucky number
And
18.
when we started this, we set out on this adventure. We were like, we're just going to give the kids something to do. We're going to give ourselves something to do.
Yeah.
And here we are, show 18.
We've made it.
So
that doesn't even count the first Sunday we went live only on Instagram.
Yeah.
And maybe one other.
But officially, non-officially, this is show 18.
So thank y'all for hanging with us for 18
us.
whole
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Man.
Most of
That
you have
means
not
Tuesday
have
is
stopped
number
watching
20.
at episode 2.
It's
but
fine.
some of you
But
who
you
are
guys,
faithful, thank you.
Loyal.
Thank you.
We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, on today's show, Bob Smiley, comedian Bob Smiley's here. And if you don't know who that is, Google it. He's a big deal. Been around a long time.
If you don't know who it is, we're just going to introduce you.
You're about to find out.
You don't need to Google it.
Flashlight trivia. We
Final
got the
round.
guys versus the girls in middle school.
Wild.
So we'll see who wins. One of them is going to walk away a winner today. They're both winners, but one of them will win a prize. Bracket check-in with those Disney villains. Those Disney villains. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then question of the day. And then we got a Devo by a middle schooler. So William's in the house with us today. So, hey, if you are here, we want to know that you're here. Would you do us a favor right now and just in the chat, would you just say who you are? Because I know some of you don't comment at all.
Yeah.
You just watch it.
But we do read it.
And we don't read it live on the air every time, but we do go back and read every comment. So just tell us, hey, I'm watching. Tell us who you are. We'd love to know.
And then, as Gabriel Bell just said, everybody better smash that button.
Thank you, Gabriel Bell. Smash and subscribe if you haven't yet done that. You're online watching or it's your first time. Smash that subscribe, like us, because it helps. It helps us. It helps my ego, and it helps our ratings. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Wilson's also here. He says it looks like we have a new camera because your eyes are hurt. Your eyes are striking.
Whoa, nice. Wow. Wilson, trying to get them easy. Hey, next week's all about student ministry, right? That's kind of the relation. Yes. The next week's show, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all about student ministry.
Gonna interview some youth pastors.
Yeah, some weird youth pastors. Some of you, we want you to share with us your favorite student ministry story. Mm-hmm. So like, hey, Renew this year we did this, or my small group did this. Yeah. We want you to tell us your favorite story.
So send us a picture, send us a video, short video, just saying why it's your favorite story. Text it to us, email us, whatever. But
so we want to know your favorite stories next week. All right. So and then we would love to do a lip sync battle. Just you and your home. I know that's a stretch, right? I know that's like that's a little out of my comfort zone, but we'd love for you to do like a 30-second lip sync of a song.
Put together
that
a
you
music
love.
video. Yeah.
Just in your house. Get your parents, get your brother or sister to film, and let's see what you got. All right.
That might just be the bracket for next week.
Yeah. So we want to do that. All right. So anyway, tell us what's going on and say hello to us in the chat today. All right. Hey, a couple of headlines, Brittany. Hey, Dak Prescott recently got in a little bit of trouble. Those of you who are Cowboys fans, apparently Dak invited Zeke over. And had a little bit of a party.
They threw a big party, right?
Yeah, but now Dak's coming out and saying, well, easy. It wasn't as big of a, he thinks the rumors. It wasn't as big of as parties, everybody said. But the cops did show up and remind him that we're all supposed to social distance.
Yep.
So Dak said there's only 10 people getting together. So I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah. But here's the one I want to say to Dak. Are you ready? Dak, if you're watching, just do like you do at the playoffs. And stay home.
Got him.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, and also, hey, the Trolls movie came out. It was supposed to go to theaters, but obviously when the quarantine went right into our homes. And so, I don't know how many of you watched the Trolls movie. I did not.
But here's a little.
But here's the thing of it.
You need a visual.
Yeah, there's the Trolls movie. There's Trolls. Mm-hmm. Or as I like to call it, what our hair is going to look like by the end of the quarantine. Hey-o.
Just like that.
Just gonna need a barber. That's all I'm saying. All right. Hey, well, we're glad you are here. It's Wednesday. We don't have a show Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but we'll be back next Monday. And again, it's all about student ministry next week. So tell us what you love about Blue. And even if you don't love Blue, maybe you're missing it now. Maybe you're like, I took it for granted. Then
we
tell
miss
us
you too.
we miss you. Yeah, we want to talk to you. Hey, on the program today is very funny guy, comedian Bob Smiley. We're going to get him on right now, and we're going to talk to Bob. And here we go. Bob Smiley in the house. Maybe Bob Smiley in the house. Here we go. Okay. Bob Smiley!
Other people!
How are you, buddy?
I am going stir crazy. I'm going out of my mind.
Oh. And so what does that look like for you? Because you were already going out of your mind a little bit.
So this is how bad it is. Because I haven't done a show in over a month now. And I was in H-E-B, our grocery store, today, and there was two ladies in the aisle, and they were talking to each other about, like, their kids were driving them crazy. And so I, pulled my mask down, and I said, I actually sent my kids to our neighbor's house and tried to get them to, register as foreign exchange students and to stay there. And they laughed. And it was all I could do not to rip the mask off and do a show right there. Just I was like, oh, let me tell you about my grandmother. Let's, it was so yeah, I'm missing being in front of people and, doing what I feel like I was created to do. But yeah, we're getting by. It's a crazy loud house. We have 5 boys. And
gosh. How many things have been broken since quarantine?
We have broken since quarantine.
Yeah.
My calculator does not go up to that amount of numbers. It has been pretty crazy. We finally I was like, we're gonna have PE because we're homeschooling them now, and so I was like, we're gonna have PE for 3 hours a day outside. So we're extending that part of the school program just to get them out. But we have I didn't realize how much. I knew they all ate a lot, but having them all condensed in one, this may offend some people, but we're big deer hunters. And we ate 2 deer last week. Like, we went through 2 whole deer last week. So, yeah. So.
It's time to go hunting again.
It is. It's time to go. And the season doesn't start until, September, bow season. So we may actually have to go buy meat, which is.
Man.
Yeah. I've had to, we're looking at having to buy meat. I had to buy toilet paper for the first time in 10 years because I always take the roll of toilet paper in the hotels. And so I traveled so much that got me through. And so I didn't have to buy toilet paper for 10 years. And now I'm like, oh, this is what people have to do. This is I'm adulting finally.
So good. Well, Bob, if people don't know you, you have a website and you do a podcast every week. Is that right?
I do. Yeah. My wife and I actually do a podcast called Hook, Line, and Smiley. It's definitely funny, but we also try to get real on it and have some, some takeaways or, some things that will encourage people. So it's part like Annie F. Downs, part like Pete Holmes. We want to have some comedy, but some good stuff.
Yeah. In
it. But yeah, it comes out every Thursday. And yeah, Hook, Line, and Smiley. My website is bobsmiley.com, which I think is your homepage.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you not following the script?
Yeah, no, I'm right with you. Yes, right there it is on my homepage.
We don't have a script, everybody. We don't have a script.
Well, hey, Bob, listen, you've been doing comedy for how long? I mean, can we put years to it?
Oh,
it's been a minute.
24?
Yeah.
I think 24, yeah. I started in 97, so if there's any kids that haven't done their math today, they can count that as math. If they want to add it up.
Yeah, so how'd you get started doing comedy? And then second follow-up question, were you a weird kid?
No, I was a very well-adjusted kid. Everybody else was weird around me. Mm-hmm. Or now that I'm saying that, maybe I was the weird kid. But no, I grew up.
It's like we're doing a real talk show. You're taking a drink from the mug. I love it. Yeah,
but I'm supposed to do it on after a laugh line. I'm supposed to do a punchline and be like, "That's why the duck couldn't swim anymore." But I did it wrong. So I was the funny kid in school. I was always the funny kid in class. My dad was very, very funny, so I kind of like learned from him. He was my school superintendent in junior high and high school, and it was a very small school, so he would come in and eat lunch with me, and everybody wanted to sit at our table because they wanted to hear me and my dad kind of rehash the morning or tell jokes or stuff like that. So I always grew up loving comedy, but I didn't know that you could do comedy in churches, or I thought the only place to do comedy was like in bars and clubs and stuff. So I never really wanted that lifestyle. So I didn't set out to be a comedian, but here's how I ended up talking to you today. Which is a real honor. I was told to stay in a permanent pucker and kiss up to everybody during this time, so I'm trying that out.
Because you never know. You never know when you're going to need.
Yeah. Because I'm going to need shows once we can start back. So I'm going to be hitting your church out. What were we talking about? How I got into it. So my junior year in college, I went to Abilene Christian.
Okay.
Christian, yeah.
Go Cats or whatever you do.
Yeah, go Cats.
Yeah.
They always are like, you can't put a price on Christian education, but then they billed me for it. It was a little, surprising. But I went there. My junior year, they had a stand-up competition. I wasn't going to enter it because, again, I loved being funny, but comedy wasn't really a dream of mine. They called me the night before and asked me why I didn't sign up for the competition because they were having high school weekend and they wanted to be like, hey, look, we're a wacky college. We have fun stuff like this. And so they had seen all the comedians that were going to perform for the competition because you had to try it out first to make sure it was clean. And they realized that it was not going to be good. And they called me and they were like, when we came up with the idea, we thought you would have signed up. And I had a friend named Mark that was really funny and they, were trying to get him to do it too. And then that's when they told me that first prize was $500. And I've always been very, very frugal. And so $500 in Abilene, that's like 6 months rent. And so I don't know if you've been there.
It's something.
Yeah. So I signed up. And I did the stand-up competition. I actually asked them how many they wanted, and they wanted 2 more. And so I asked if I wrote stuff for my roommate, if he could do it. And so he ended up winning 3rd place. I ended up winning 1st place, but not because I was good. Like everybody else just was really there. The guy who went before me had a big sombrero, and his whole act was going, "Shouldn't have sat on the front row. My sombrero might fall on you." That was his whole act. Laugh. So I got up and did jokes about the zoo and student loans and stuff like that, and I won $500. Thought, wow, what a great story. I'll be able to tell my grandkids that I once won a stand-up competition. So got my degree. I was going to be a teacher, but before I became a teacher, I wanted to see what it was like to make money. And so I had been doing photography during the summers for this guy. And so I started doing photography for a year because I was going to, pay off college and get a nest egg started so I could start teaching. During that year, this guy, I'm about to tell you how old I am. My pager went off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I made a ton of money. And so I had a pager, and he called the college and asked him if they had a number for me. And you know how they keep your number so they can call and ask you for money the rest of your life? They just gave him my number, which nowadays would be totally illegal. But they gave him my number, and he called my pager number. And so I remember I was in Dallas, and I pulled over at a Cracker Barrel payphone, and I called this number, and I didn't realize it was about to change my life. But he goes, "Hey, my name's Rick Wooten. I used to go to school with you." And I remembered him. He's a friend of mine, and he was like, "I'm living in Nashville. I'm road managing this guy named Clay Cross. We're about to leave for tour. We thought it'd be fun to have a comedian. And I saw you do that stand-up competition our junior year. So do you want to go on tour?" And I remember standing outside at a payphone, again, how old I am. And I remember going, "Yeah, that sounds like fun." Like just so flippant, like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do that."
Yeah, we'll do a tour.
Yeah. And so, because I thought, I'll get out there and I'll bomb and, but at least I'll get to travel and see the country for a little bit. And so I flew to Nashville. I booked a one-way ticket because the tour was going to be like 6 weeks, but they thought they might add on. So I flew to Nashville, got off a plane, got on a tour bus, and went out as a comedian.
Wow.
And I'd done stand-up 3 times in my life. That was it. I'd done stand-up 3 times. So that's why when kids after shows, they always ask me, they're like, "How do I become a comedian?" I'm like, do a stand-up competition your junior year in college and wait for somebody to call you. Duh. That's how you know.
It'll just be
which
magic.
is the worst advice. Yeah, it's the worst advice in the world. But that's how I got into it. And I really feel
crazy.
like.
Cool story. Wow.
And you have literally, Bob, been everywhere. I saw you on the Festival con Dios a long time ago.
Yeah.
You and the Newsboys, you swung through Amarillo, Texas. That's where I saw you first.
Oh, okay.
And you were kind of the MC, I think, of the whole kind of gig.
Yeah.
And that was Newsboys before DC Talk invaded. That was like the original Newsboys.
Yeah, it was the real deal. Yeah, I was on the Take Me to Your Leader tour. I was on the Love Liberty Disco tour. I toured with the Newsboys four or five times. But Festival con Dios, I did all 3 years. In fact, me and two other comedians, we have a YouTube/Facebook show that we do each night not each night, but on Wednesday nights. So tonight,
okay,
at 6:00. And I'm actually having my friend Matthew West on it because I met Matthew on Festival con Dios, and that was kind of where we both, met and got to, watch our careers go. His went way higher than mine, but I'm sure he'll bring that up tonight. But yeah, man, that was I've been bouncing around this place for a long time.
I'm still waiting for the Bob Smiley biopic. All the Christian movies coming out. You got Mercy Me. I'm waiting for the Bob Smiley.
They're evidently handing out movies like crazy right now, so I got to be, somewhat. That did hurt me that Jeremy Camp. Have you seen his movie?
Yeah.
Okay. In his apartment, he has a Supertones poster up, which I was on that Supertones tour.
Okay.
But nothing about me. I was at Festival con Dios when he and Adrian met, and I was friends with both of them. And so at catering, it was kind of like junior high, where Adrian would be like, "Hey, do you think Jeremy likes me?" And I'd be like, "I'll go ask." And so I'd go over and be like, "Hey, Jeremy, you like Adrian?" "Yeah." Like it was. So I felt like I had a huge part of it, but no film credit at all. Thanks, Jeremy.
That's messed up. Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting. Who would play you, Bob? Who would play you? Do you think?
Who would play me?
Yeah.
I mean, besides Brad Pitt, because I get confused with him all the time. No, I don't know who would play me. I used to look a lot more like Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
Especially when he first started, and we both had like real poofy red hair. I grew my hair out a little bit longer, like I'm having to do now, since nobody can. Actually, if you guys are prayer warriors, pray for my marriage, because tomorrow my wife is going to attempt to cut my hair.
Oh, okay.
We've been through a lot already, but this is going to be the big test. But I used to look like Conan O'Brien, and so I one of my opening jokes, because again, I felt like a imposter. I did not feel like a comedian, even through the Clay Cross tour, and then the Newsboys saw me and they asked me to go out on tour with them, and now I'm standing like in front of 4,000 people each night, huge arenas, and I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm out there, waka waka waka. And so one of the first nights of the tour, I walked out and somebody yelled Conan O'Brien, because Conan had just kind of got his show and he was kind of becoming popular. And I can't believe I did this, but I looked at the guy and I was like, "Come on, man! I don't point out what famous person you look like. I don't go, 'Hey, Lassie,'" and it's a little mean, but it got a huge laugh. And this was back when I felt like I did not have good material. I did not have my, comedians talk about finding your voice. And so the next night I walked out, somebody was like, "Conan O'Brien," and so that became my opening line. And then about 2 weeks in, I walked out and nobody said anything. And it so threw me off, because I was like,
where's the Conan guy?
Do I remind you of anybody? Like, I didn't, it was just like flop sweat, because I was like, I don't even know how to get into my act now, because I had to go from this one ad lib that worked out a long time. But yeah, I don't know who would play me. That'd be interesting.
Okay. Well,
I think
Bob, you've met a lot of people. Have you ever been starstruck? Ever met someone that you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm meeting this person"?
Yeah. Have you heard me tell the story? Is that why you're asking?
No.
Okay, so growing up, I loved this comedian named Emo Phillips. Phillips, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I remember I was like in third grade, and he popped up on a daytime talk show doing like a 3-minute bit, and I was with my great-grandparents. And my great-grandmother was like, because you know what he looked like, and his
floppy hair,
timing, and my girlfriend told me, that, and she was like, "Look at that fool on TV trying to make people laugh," and I was like, "Yeah." And then he told his first joke, and I was dying laughing. But I was like having to act like I didn't like him because they didn't like him. But then, and this was pre-internet or anything, I would like try to find as much Emo Phillips stuff. So I've always been a big fan. And then my oldest son is really into comedy. So and Emo's clean, like he's a clean comic. And so I turned Coulter, my 20-year-old, onto Emo pretty early. And so Emo played Houston, where I live. I live just north of Houston. Probably shouldn't have given the stalker information out, but I live north of Houston, and Emo Phillips played here like 3 years ago. And so he has this long joke about he's trying to talk a guy off a ledge from jumping, and he gets up there and he says, hey, you've got a lot to live for. And he's like, nobody loves me. And he's like, no, God loves you. And he's like, how do you know? And he's like, well, I'm a Christian. And he's like, oh, me too. Are you Baptist? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, me too. And then I won't do the whole joke, but he gets into this whole, like, are you Southern Baptist convalescence of 1989? Like all this. And it goes through, and they're matching perfectly until one little theology thing is off. And Emo goes, so then I pushed him off the ledge and said, die, heretic. So anyway, yeah, I know you asked a quick question and I'm giving you a plot, but so before we went, I got tickets for my son and I to go meet Emo. And before that, he tweeted out, is anybody going to my show tonight in Houston? And I tweeted out, yes, as long as you're not Southern Baptist, and I basically wrote the whole joke out. Well, he liked it and then DM'd me. And so he was like, hey, I'd like to meet you after the show. So we get there and we're front row. And so he's standing right in front of me, like this guy I've just always looked up to since the third grade. He does a completely new set that I've never, ever seen. Like it was all new material. It was all amazing. And we're dying. And then after the show, he goes over to the side and I go back. So you ask if I've ever been starstruck. I walk up and I didn't feel starstruck until he shook my hand and he was like, hey, so you're a comedian too? And I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we tell jokes. I mean, you tell jokes. We tell jokes. We don't, yeah. And he goes, where are you from? And I don't know why. But I was like, the Woodlands. And I should have just said, oh, I'm from, Houston or something. Because people tell me they're little towns and, I never know.
Yeah.
But here I was doing the same thing. And I go, the Woodlands. And he goes, I don't know where it is. And I said, it's north of here. It's close to the airport because I fly a lot. I'm a comedian. Oh, we already talked about that. But, we fly a lot. We don't fly together. And I turn to my son and I go, are you ready to go? And he goes, no, I want to see this train wreck to the very end. And I was this bumbling, nervous. I couldn't talk. Yeah. And he was so cool. He was so relaxed, And I've had people get nervous around me, and I'm just a dorky dude. And Emo was acting the same way. He was like, I'm just a weirdo that, likes making people laugh. And we took photos together, and he was so nice, but I was beside myself.
Is he still doing stuff? Where is he now?
Yeah, obviously nobody's a comedian now, but back when we could do that, he was still touring around and stuff.
Wow.
A friend of mine saw him in Atlanta, I think like 3 months ago.
Okay. I remember him in the UHF movie with Weird Al. Yeah. And he was in that movie. And if you haven't seen that movie, kids at home, UHF, you got some time. It's a treat. We've seen, obviously we saw it a ton, but we were sitting in the hot tub going over some of our favorite movies that we watched when the kids were little, and that was one of the top ones. And I asked him about that, and right after I embarrassed myself, he actually was going on tour with Weird Al, who was also in the movie, and they toured together for about a year and a half. And the crazy part was, he's this huge, big star in my mind. We were in a room that held about 100 people, and there was about 80 people in there. So the room was sort of packed, but it was just a small, intimate, perfect comedy setting. It was really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, so people at home, the thing I love about you, Bob, is like you're using your talents, your gifts. You're not trying to be something that you're not. What would you say? We got a lot of students watching, middle school students, high school students. What would you say to them about find out who you are? I love what you said about finding your voice.
Yeah.
How does someone find their voice and use the gifts they have? I don't know. That's a loaded question.
No, it's a great question, and that's something that I struggled with growing up because I never really knew what I wanted to do. I finally decided that because I wanted to have an impact on people, and so I thought teaching is the best thing, and I still believe that. Like teachers are, I think, our heroes, especially now.
Now
like
that we're all doing it, yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, I love that some parents are finding out that the teacher was not the problem. Their kid is just a jerk. And but teachers are helping us because I couldn't have done this. Like I couldn't have done this by myself. To help with the kids, because some of my kids are better at this online things than others. Others need a little help, and I can call teachers all the time, and they're just they're phenomenal. But so sorry, I got sidetracked. But here's what I would tell them. Find out what you're good at. Find out, because I feel like God has given everybody like individual talents that he wants us to use. And maybe it's not even in a job form, but it's talents that he's given us to use to draw others closer to him and to encourage other people. And I feel like everybody does have, those kind of talents that God specifically breathed into them. So like try to pay attention to what those talents are. And a big way to do that is to listen to what people say about you, around you. All growing up, people kept telling me that I should do stand-up, that I was very funny. And then even my English teacher, I wrote this term paper, and I was kind of funny in it, and you weren't supposed to be. But I just couldn't help it. I just kept thinking of these really kind of funny remarks and stuff, and I just put in it. And she actually pulled me over, and she was like, you're not supposed to be funny on the term papers, but I really feel like you have a talent for written comedy. So I'm just going to allow you to do that throughout all your papers. It makes it more enjoyable for me to read, and I really think you need to develop that. So even then, she saw something in me that I was just doing because it made me laugh. I didn't realize that this was something that might encourage other people. So listen to what other people talk. Again, I had people, and I don't know if you want to call it prophetic or God nudging me along, because, I probably would have never pursued stand-up comedy on my own if God wouldn't have opened those doors and pretty much kicked me through it. Like my freshman year, the first week at ACU, this guy who I didn't know walked up and he was like, "Hey, you should do a bit on hotel soap." And I was like, "What do you mean do a bit?" And he's like, when you do stand-up, talk about how small the soap is. And I was like, "I don't do stand-up." And he's like, "Yeah, but I mean, you will, like when you start doing stand-up." And then he just walked away. Like I didn't know this dude. Now, I had kind of established myself as being the funny guy on campus already, but I never talked about doing stand-up or anything. So I think you have to listen to what other people say around you to kind of figure out what your talents are. And then once you realize what they are, try to develop them, because I really feel like they're a gift from God to be used to get you through life.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And hey, everybody at home, you have plenty of time right now to find out what you're good at.
Yeah.
We have a little time. So put down the Netflix and
I found out last night I am not good at Monopoly.
Oh.
But I am good at throwing the board across the room.
I support that.
That's awesome.
The best way to play Monopoly.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Bob, we got to go, but they can check you out, bobsmiley.com. We'll throw it up to our thing. And when this is all over, and we have people again and a budget, let's get you back up to the church. But
awesome. And just tell everybody I'm on Instagram and Facebook too, and I'm doing a lot of videos and stuff like that now, just because, again, nothing else to do.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Bob, appreciate your time, man. Thanks for sharing stories, and we'll talk to you soon.
All righty, be safe, guys.
Thanks, man. Bob
Bye.
Smiley. Wow, that's awesome. And again, if you're watching and you're like, I don't recognize this guy. Like, he's been around a long time, Brittany.
Yeah.
A long time. Doing as a living, full time as a comedian. That's a dream.
Yep.
I wish I could. Sometimes I wish that. But then I'm like, no, I'm a youth pastor. That's my first love. So anyway, enough about.
You need a moment?
I do. Maybe I need to figure out what I'm good at. Okay. Hey, let's talk, Brittany. Speaking of comedians, and in the chat, we want you to go ahead and type in some stuff. But who's your favorite comedian? That's what we want to know.
The question of the day. Who's your favorite
Question
comedian?
of the day. Question of the day. Brittany, who do you got? Because I could probably go on for days. But
Chris Hurt.
Because that monologue up top with the stay home dad. I got you. I'm.
I always just am at a loss at comedians.
Yeah. Okay.
I think like Jimmy Kimmel is funny to me. I don't know if he's considered a comedian, but I think he's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
like when I hear good comedy, I enjoy it. But
yeah. Kids won't know who this is, but Sinbad. If you guys want to Google Sinbad, he's clean. Sinbad is awesome. Louis Anderson, awesome. Robin Williams, maybe not so clean if you watch a stand-up, but talented. Steve Martin, amazing. So those are some of my tops. And so Jim Gaffigan.
Shanda says Chris Hurt.
Oh, Shanda says Chris Hurt. Everyone getting them points. But Jim Gaffigan is awesome and clean. Which, by the way, Jim's doing a show, too, about his family. He's got like 10 kids. Yeah. I don't know how many kids he's got. It's called Dinner with the Gaffigans every night, so you can watch him. What are people saying?
We got Tim Hawkins.
Tim
Always
Hawkins.
Good.
Yes.
Brian Regan.
Brian. Yeah, Brian's great.
Kellen Erskine.
Okay.
I butchered that. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we'll look him up.
Joseph Smith.
We're gonna.
Thanks, Grit.
Okay.
We're gonna leave that one alone.
Yep.
Sam said Chris Hurt, hands down. So 1 point for being on YouTube today, Sam.
Nice.
But
Sam wants that bonus. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trey Kennedy.
Trey Kennedy's great. Yeah.
John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan.
I don't know if it's too soon, John Chris. Too soon.
Ooh,
very funny, but things going on. All right.
Skit guys?
Skit guys are also very funny, so encouraged to check them out. Okay. All right. Hey, speaking of, thanks for posting those in there, and you got some. By the way, if you think you're the funny kid, what a great time for you to write some bits. I used to have a joke journal, Brittany, that I would write down just all my funny ideas. Now, the problem is...
What happened to that joke journal?
Well, I can't read my own handwriting. It's number one, so I would look back and go, I have no idea what this says. But number two, my best friend Rowdy stole my joke book. And I know that you have it, and you're sending jokes around the country getting paid.
Rowdy gets paid for his jokes?
Well, he sends them to tonight's show. Those jokes are everywhere now. Anyway, so if you have some free time, work on a bit. Maybe if you want to premiere your comedy on our show, let us know.
Send us some videos.
Send a little snippet of you doing a little comedy.
Chandler says Bob and Larry are his favorite.
Bob and Larry. I don't know who that is.
From VeggieTales.
Oh, VeggieTales. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hey, let's check in now with. So check out Bob Smiley. Yeah. Good guy.
His story was super cool.
Yeah, really cool. Love it. So, and he really is, man, been around. Big deal. All right, let's go in with our bracket.
Sean and our
check
bracket.
in and see what's going with that. Sean, are you there? Seano, what's up, man?
Well, how are we?
Sean, who's your favorite comedian?
Well, I saw Brian Regan live for my birthday a couple years back. He's always been one of my tops. Yeah. And then Kellen Erskine is who I put in the chat.
Okay.
He's funny.
I don't know him. I'll look him up.
Oh, he's got this whole bit about, like, we can do illegal things just one Amazon click away. Like, you can get, like, if you get a bike lock, you can close a Baskin Robbins,
Oh, that's fun. We should do that. All right. We'll look him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlocked their doors before.
Well, Sean, we've been talking brackets, and did voting get any better?
Yeah, it like tripled yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah. We had a lot more opinions, I guess, that needed to be voiced with the bracket. So.
Okay. All right. So let's pull it up. Who do we got?
Yeah, let's go. All right. So yesterday it was Jafar versus Maleficent and Scar versus Hades. That's who we had in our final four.
Wow.
Okay.
And so these were blowouts, which makes me think someone got bored last night and spammed it a little bit.
That's fair.
But in the North region, Maleficent beat Jafar.
Really?
That's surprising.
I don't like that.
By a landslide.
I'm surprised by that because I'm looking back at the trail. All right, so Maleficent beat Syndrome in the first round. It's
yeah.
Classic versus contemporary, whatever. Then she barely beat Cruella de Vil. Like just barely, and then knocked off Jafar to go into the championship. I don't know. I picked Jafar. All my girls picked Jafar, so
yeah, same here.
That's a shocker.
Because Jafar has the twofer. He's got himself, and then he's got Iago. Iago, whatever.
Iago.
Yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah. I get maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably like that. Hey, cat, stat. No, that's a terrible Gilbert Godfrey impression. I'm not an impressionist. I'm a dad joke guy.
All right, and then the South region, what happened?
Yeah, the South region, we had Scar versus Hades, and Hades ran away with it.
Okay.
That's surprising to me, too.
90-37
Wow.
was the final score, yeah.
And I guess because he's from, people are associating with the real Hades.
I don't know. I don't know how many people have actually seen Hercules the movie.
Oh, it's a great one, though.
It's so good.
It's great, yeah, but I'm like, man, if Hades is making it this far, I need to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. Huh. We
Yeah,
watched
that
it a
is
few
true.
nights ago. It's pretty good. Okay,
So we got Maleficent versus Hades.
who do you
Maleficent versus Hades as the ultimate Disney villain, yeah.
Who do you think?
I mean, at this point, Hades has all the momentum, so why not?
Just Hades for the win, which sounds weird. Hades for the win.
I know, right? Like, we're talking youth ministry next week, but right now, it's all Hades.
And if some people have been watching the show, they're feeling it. They know they're already in it.
Yep.
People are like my kids who are like forced to watch this every day at 1. So
Yeah, it's like, please, give us more content. We need it.
Sean, when did you know you were good at something? You know, Bob Smiley said he was good at,
Man, the last time I knew I was good at something was my last review that you gave me. No, I don't know. I was one of those kids that always had varied interests growing up. Like, that's why I got my space camp hat on there, because I went to space camp when I was in 6th grade, and I was on the math team in 6th grade, and I played basketball in 6th grade. So it's like
you were just
things just kind of converged and then pinged off of each other. And I had to just kind of figure out, what do I want to do and what do I want to pursue? And it's all been fun. It's all been an adventure. So it's just encouragement along the way.
Yeah. Well, we knew that you were, for us, I don't know if people know this, but when we called you, you said you had costumes in your garage, and we were like, well, this is our guy.
You specifically mentioned the monk costume, and we were like, we need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was phone call number 1.
Yeah. So we were like, all right, this dude has costumes, so let's get
Say
him
no
here.
more.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Hey, I got someone who wants to say hi to you. Hang on.
Uh-oh. Thank you. How do I hang up the call?
Thank you. What a funny reaction.
God, you look just like Chase.
I was hoping you might, I don't know, say a word or something. But
What, cuss? You want me to cuss on our show?
I
No.
don't want
Only
to.
because it's Hades week.
Yeah.
But-
Hades week precedes next
Yeah.
week's Holy Week.
But
So I can
classics are
repeat them.
funny because you can't punch us.
That's true.
So
Yeah. Well, when you were leaning off camera, I'm like, is this tape delayed? Is he about to come through my front door? Like,
What if?
because, I mean, I may or may not be holding a weapon with me just in case that happens.
Yeah, who knows?
that
All
would
right.
be funny. Not
Well-
myself.
Well, then, all right, it's going live here in a moment. The poll's going live.
Mm-hmm.
And say they can vote Hades or Maleficent. I can't even say
Yeah.
it.
Maleficent.
Hades or Maleficent? Do you want the god of the underworld or the chick who turns into a dragon?
I don't know. Both are.
But we're talking villain, not most evil, most villainous.
Yeah.
Which one's the better villain?
Yeah. So, anyway.
It's like a philosophy question.
Yeah, it is.
Difference
All right.
between evil and villainous.
And Sean, so next week we're going to do something different with you. But we'll
Yep.
talk through it. But we may take a break from the bracket. We may do a bracket with it. We don't know.
We don't know. I was talking with Landon last night. We got some ideas for future brackets, but who knows? We got all kinds of ideas. Like you said, we got nothing but time to figure out what we're good at right now. In fact, I just signed up. Fender is giving away 3 months of free lessons for guitar or ukulele or bass.
Really?
So I signed up for ukulele lessons. Now I just got to get a ukulele, and I'll find out if I'm good at that.
Fair enough.
Man. You hear? So that was worth tuning in for today, right there.
It is. Yeah.
That's a free nugget that we're
Go
providing.
to Fender.com and get your 3 months free, and I'm not getting paid by them.
Wow. But if Fender's listening, can you hook us up with a free ukulele?
Please.
Please.
I don't want to
Okay.
spend $100 and find out I'm not good at it.
But if you're halfway good at it, you're going to come on and do a song.
Yes.
Okay.
In 3 months' time.
All right. We got a jet, but get on there and vote. And Sean, it's good to see you.
You too, guys.
See you at Space
Check
Camp.
out Space Camp. See you there.
Space Camp. What? What if Sean would have been an astronaut? That would have been something if Sean were an astronaut instead of a youth
I always
pastor.
thought it'd be cool to be an astronaut.
Me too. And here we are.
Not astronauts.
Not astronauts. All right. Hey, cool. Well, get out there and vote, and the stuff is live here in just a moment after the show.
Mm-hmm.
You can get on there and pick who the best is, the most villainous. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This Monday we did a flashlight trivia game with the middle school girls, and Chloe won that round and won a $5 gift card. Yesterday was the middle school boys. We did, and then who won that one? Hudson Caswell, thank you, won that $5. So today it's boys versus girls in the middle school flashlight trivia.
Yes,
all right, so here we go. We're going to play a little game of flashlight trivia, and we're going to get them on and talk to them. And then don't go away. We still have devotion and a little surprise at the end of the show. So
from someone you know and love.
Hello.
Hello,
Hey,
Chloe.
there's Chloe.
What is up?
Hi, Chloe.
Hi.
Good, we got your mic fixed. We can hear you. You don't sound like the chipmunks.
Here's Hudson.
And then there's Hudson. Awesome. All right. Well, let's get to Hudson's got the flashlight. I love it. Now, Chloe, what grade are you in and what school do you normally go to?
I'm in 7th grade and I go to Cobb Middle
Okay.
School.
Awesome. Okay, and are you in theater? What do you do?
Yes.
Yeah. And then what else do you do in school?
I do percussion. I have some of my percussion stuff over here.
Oh, nice. The marimba. Very nice. All
I
right.
used to do basketball when that was still a thing.
Okay. Remember when
That's true. I saw her play.
Remember when we used to play sports? What a
Yeah,
time.
What a
that was a
time.
fun time.
All right, so we have Chloe, and then over here we have Hudson. Hey, Hudson.
Hello.
Hudson, what grade in school? Give me your deets.
Yeah, I'm in 7th grade and I go to Legacy.
Nice. And what do you do there?
I'm on the football team and I play the French horn, so.
Okay. You ever done those at the same time?
Not at the same time, no.
Okay. Well, if you do, be
Very
careful.
nice.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mostly because French horns are expensive.
they're very expensive. Yeah. Hudson, can you tell us? Show us either your pick. Either show us the Harry Potter or show us the fish picture, whichever one you want to do.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yes.
the.
Okay.
It's the biggest fish he's ever caught.
That's awesome. That's a huge fish.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And so you and your dad caught that together.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay. Does sometimes are you scared at night when you flip on the light and you see the picture of your father?
Only sometimes. Sometimes, like, if I wake up and I'm just, like, staring right at it, then it's.
Not now, Dad. Oh, okay. It's the fish dad. We're good. Okay. All right. Well, here's the deal. It's flashlight trivia. Got a couple of questions for you. The winner today is going to receive $10 gift card.
Whoa.
All right. So you already received the $5. That's going to come, and today you're getting $10. So that's a $15 game right there. So, Chloe? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. And Hudson, are you ready?
Yes. I
Okay,
am.
Hudson, you flip off that light. Chloe, just get as dark as you can. That's fine. You can just okay. She's
Let's see. Does this work?
Yeah.
beautiful.
I can get it.
Okay,
Here you go.
we can hear you. All right, great. So if you're there, let's just do a test run. If you're there, let me see you flash your light in your face.
Sweet.
Okay, awesome, cool. So here's the way the game's going to be played. The first one of you that flashes your light, we will call on you, and you give us the answer. All right, so don't just scream out the answer. Flash your light, and Brittany, you help me figure out who is who answers first. Here we go. Question number 1: Who plays Alexander Hamilton in the original cast on Broadway
Of Hamilton.
of Hamilton?
I don't remember.
That's okay. The correct answer is who, Brittany?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, I didn't know that
Yeah.
either. You're good. You're good. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Where is the Lincoln Memorial located within the United States? Hudson.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is correct. All right, so 1 point, Hudson. There we go. Question number 3. What is Bill Gates the founder of? Ooh. Hudson, I think.
Microsoft.
Microsoft is correct. All right. Here we go. Question number 3. Oh, 4, because no one got the first one. Here we go. Which one of these Disney movies does not have a sequel? It's a multiple choice. Which one of these does not have a sequel? Fox and the Hound, Pocahontas, Pinocchio, or Peter Pan? Chloe.
I think it's Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is correct. It's correct. So we got 2 to 1. 2 to 1. All right, here we go. This is another tough one. I didn't know this one, so let's see if you guys can get it. Who is the lead actress of Hunger Games? The movie Hunger Games. Chloe.
Isn't it like Jennifer Hudson?
Ooh, Jennifer Lawrence. So close. So close.
Dang it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm Jennifer.
I never remember names.
Okay. Here we go. Next question. What is arachnophobia the fear of? Hudson.
Spiders.
Spiders is...
That was a close...
That was close.
Yeah.
That was so close. All right, so what's the score, Brittany?
3 to 1.
3 to 1. All right. What book of the Bible recounts the departure of Israelites from Egypt? Hudson.
Exodus.
The book of Exodus is correct. All right, what's the score, Brittany?
4 to 1.
4 to 1. All right, okay.
We had one more.
Here we go. This is a Harry Potter question, I think. Brittany?
Yeah. What's Voldemort's birth name? Hudson.
Tom Riddle.
Yes,
Tom Riddle
that is correct.
Which means that everybody, Hudson Caswell is our winner today. Hudson, you did it. How many points is that?
Like 5 to 1.
5 to 2. I don't know. It was close, and it was very close for both of you. But Chloe, great job. Thanks. It's just good to see people. It's good to see you guys.
Good
you
to
know
have
what I'm
y'all on our
saying?
show.
Virtual hugs for the both of you. So Chloe, you're gonna get the Chick-fil-A $5 gift card, and then Hudson, you're gonna get the $15, and we'll get that out to you. But guys, thanks for playing Flashlight Trivia, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the show.
Thanks.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. So close. So
fun.
Smart kids. Smart kids they are. Smart kids. Hey, we have next
Things are
week.
getting crazy in quarantine.
Next week, Brittany, it's student ministry week, but we have a special guest. You want to show that now?
Yes.
Let's take a look at someone who's going to be on the show next week.
All of our pleasure.
Hey guys, it's Wilson here, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Wilson, who even are you? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I do know that this coming week, I'm going to be back on the Blue Show. Just ask Kurt when that's going to be. I'm excited to be with you. It's going to be a great time. I really don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but it's going to be great. No, excuse me. I got to get back to my scriptures. A scoffer seeks wisdom in vain, but knowledge is easy for a man of understanding. Leave the presence of the food, for there you do not need the words of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to discern his way.
There you go. So
there you have it.
Wilson will be on the show, and Brittany, I didn't know this, but Wilson knows Wanda, the Waffle House. I did not know that. Wilson texted me.
What a small world.
Yeah, Wilson texted me last night and said that they know each other through, I don't know, someone's cousin.
Probably a lot of cousins.
Yeah, a lot of cousins. Yeah. So anyway, we'll try to get them together sometime. But Wilson will be on the show, and we're excited about that. So all right,
Wilson and Wanda, what a duo!
The W's. The W's.
Not to be confused with the band, the W's.
Or not to be confused with the internet, which is www.
Or George Bush.
Okay. Hey, we got a Devo today, and William McMillan.
Finish off our middle school week, so here's Will.
Take a look.
Hey guys, I'm William. The parable of the faithful servant is an extended metaphor. Jesus often uses parables like these in his teachings. Jesus uses this parable in Jerusalem after being tested by the Pharisees and predicting his death. This parable can be found in the Synoptic Gospels, but we will be using Matthew's account of this in Matthew 24:36-51. To summarize this parable, Jesus refers to us as servants and him as a master that will eventually return from the great banquet. And he says that we should be diligent and watch for him at all times, even in the darkness of night. But if we are, and then he will reward us if we are diligent. But if we aren't diligent, then he will punish us. The theme of this story is to always keep our eyes open and watch for God, even in the times that we're in right now. This is a minute-by-minute decision one must make every day. Have a good day.
Hey, there you
Sweet.
go. Hey, thank you so
Will
much,
McMillan.
Will. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He really went deep, and I love it. He's like
He knows his
spitting,
Bible history.
He does,
Cool.
spitting out
Yeah.
stuff. So anyway, hey, everybody, it is, I don't know if you know this or not, but ladies and gentlemen, it is Brittany Green's birthday Saturday.
Well, not today, but
it is on
wow.
Saturday, so there you go.
Aw.
Balloons for everyone.
Balloons
there you go.
everywhere.
It is
And a hat.
Brittany's.
They came from my very own car.
Yep, there you
Wow,
go. It
so
is
many balloons.
her
Look
birthday
at this.
on Saturday.
Wow.
She's
Y'all
turning
are
30.
kind.
She's turning, and you love a good balloon drop. So
do love balloon drops.
anyway, she is
so
going to be
many of
turning
them.
30 years old on Saturday, which is kind of quarantined. And then we got you something as well,
I'm
did
so
we not, honey?
old.
And so 30 years
What
old.
a surprise.
So do
You
us
are
a
too
favor,
nice.
and on Saturday, just wish Brittany a happy birthday because she's 30.
30.
Can you believe how old you are?
Join in the 30 club.
Wow.
Actually, you're not in it anymore.
Man,
so.
no, I've been at it for a while. And then we got you because we knew that on the show the other day you said that you liked pecan pie. So we went over
I'm
to
gonna cry.
the
You're
Buttermilk
so nice.
Sky over there and got
You're
you.
actually open.
Yeah, we are actually open and got you a couple of pecan pies right there for you to
Two of
enjoy.
them.
So there you go. You enjoy those.
That's so nice.
Eat them, even if you don't want to eat them because you're probably like, I can't eat stuff right now. So just the diet's over. Just eat the pies. All right.
Let me eat pie.
Awesome. Well, hey, next week we want to see those blue memories of you, what you love about our youth group, things that the
Send
best
us
moments that you had, maybe even
videos.
some spiritual moments that you've had. We want to hear all those next week. And so we'll see you. Have a great week. See you Sunday morning at church at 11 online, and then get
Tonight
together.
for Bible study.
Get together with your people. If you're doing a Zoom call, don't blow it off. Get on there and spend some time.
Get in some community.
All right. Hey, thanks to Bob Smiley. Check out bobsmiley.com, and you can see about his podcast and maybe check on
find
it
him
here.
on the Instas.
Yeah.
I bet
All
he
right.
puts out funny videos.
Hey, happy Wednesday. See
Happy
you guys soon.
Wednesday.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Happy birthday, Brittany.
Thanks.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie. You get to eat all of it because you don't
Because
even
I
like
hate
it. I know. It's so good.